Yo, Big Kish back up in here. We got to get this update, y'all, on what's going on with P. Diddy. Yeah, we ain't touched on this subject for a while. And yeah, we about to touch on this. We about to be touching on a lot of different things. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, Diddy is beyond cooked. So from the last I heard, his lawyer had dipped out on him. Bye-bye. I ain't messing with you no more. But before we get to that, let's get to these shout-outs. I appreciate y'all so much. I just want to say this, man. Shout out to Dawn Boner Carpio for that donation. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate you so much, Miss Dawn. Miss Sonja Kibler. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Salute. And thank you. I will continue to be me. Thank you so much for that inspiration. And Caron Nelson, thank you so much for your donation. We really appreciate it over here. This would keep the energy level up. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to, talk to y'all in the comment section and build this community. I appreciate y'all a whole lot. Thank y'all so much for donating to the channel. Thank you so much. But let's get to this video, y'all. Shout out to Blackie Speaks. I will leave a link in the description. Y'all know I don't like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now, Diddy might actually be more cooked than we thought. One of his own lawyers just dropped out of his legal team, filing a motion to withdraw from the case. And his reason, he straight up said, under no circumstances can I continue. Honestly, that's a wild statement.
Damn. Under no circumstances could I continue. That reminds me of when he gave, what, 50 million to get out? They said, nah, you good. Gonna keep your money. Cool.
Statement from someone who's supposed to defend you in court. Diddy's entire empire is crumbling in real time, and this latest development just adds another L to a growing list of career-ending losses. For the last year and a half, P. Diddy has been one of the most talked about celebrities in media, and for all the wrong reasons. The man went from being a hip-hop mogul to being labeled as the ringleader of a criminal enterprise. Like most of y'all know, Diddy is in some deep shit. He got arrested back in September and is being claimed that he was running an operation designed to satisfy his need for sexual gratification. And it gets even darker. He's been accused of using violence, intimidation, and fear tactics to keep victims quiet. If convicted on all charges, we're talking life in prison. It's crazy to see how this entire situation has unfolded, because how do you go from being one of the most powerful men in the industry to having your own legal team abandon you? Yesterday, news broke that Anthony Ricco, a high-profile criminal defense attorney, filed a motion to withdraw from Diddy's case. In court documents, he made it very clear he cannot continue. Now think about it for a second. This is a lawyer whose entire job is to represent people in criminal cases. So people who have the worst reputation imaginable. Yet he even said, nah, I can't do this one though, okay?
Damn. That lets you know they got something. They got something, and they showed that lawyer what they got. And he said, ooh, there's no books. There's no expertise. There's nothing I can figure out to get him out of here. There's nothing in my repertoire that I can dig up that can, bruh. Diddy's done, man. Diddy's done. Diddy do that. Do what?
Okay. Now there's actually a logical reason why he decided to drop out, so let's get into that in a second. For years, there's been rumors about Diddy. People in the industry have whispered about his shady business practices, his connections, his lifestyle, and for years, nothing really happened. Money and power kept him protected. That was until now. Law enforcement finally caught up to him, and the consequences are piling up. The allegations are too massive to ignore. Even someone from his legal team, who was supposed to defend him, doesn't want to be associated with him. Although he still, of course, does have a bunch of lawyers on retainer because his trial is coming up in May, and they're preparing for war because the government is going to give it to them. If y'all don't know who Anthony Ricco is, let me break it down really quickly. This man has defended some of the most high-profile criminals in history, including being involved in the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombings trial, which had Osama bin Laden's name on it. Now, to be clear, he didn't represent bin Laden himself. He was a part of the legal defense.
Hey, Black, you be like,
his team for one of the co-defendants on trial in this case. On top of that, he's also handled multiple federal death penalty cases and even defended a NYPD detective in the highly controversial Sean Bell case. This is the type of lawyer who steps in when the stakes are life or death. Yet, even he wants no part of Diddy's case. That alone should tell you how bad this is. He said, deuces, okay, I don't want to be a part of what y'all got going on over here, okay? Now, on a more serious note, why exactly did Anthony Ricco drop out of Diddy's case? Because, you know, this wasn't just some random exit. It actually turns out that there was a major power struggle inside Diddy's legal team. Ricco and, you know, the lead attorney, Mark Agnifilo, they have been butting heads for months over how to handle the sex trafficking charges in court. While the lead...
They was butting heads. Yeah, if you can't work with somebody, it's best that you just go ahead and part ways.
Attorney Agnifilo has been publicly denying the allegations. Ricco had a different approach in mind, but he wasn't given the control needed to execute it. From what we know, Anthony Ricco had two major concerns. The first one is the lead attorney's legal approach has been to outright deny the trafficking charges, claiming that Diddy's so-called freak-offs were consensual encounters between adults. Ricco...
Now that Super Bowl is over now, yeah, we can start talking about Jay-Z again. Every picture, Diddy is in, Jay-Z and is in the back. He's right there, man. Right there. What are you doing, Jay? You a bird of a feather flock together, man. Let's see what we got, man.
Ricco, on the other hand, had a different legal strategy in mind, but he wasn't able to push it forward. I don't know exactly what his strategy was going to be, but in the end, you know, he's an experienced lawyer, so I'm sure he had an angle for how it was going to benefit Diddy's bottom line, right? And then they also disagreed on when to actually go to trial. So Anthony Ricco strongly believed that they wouldn't be ready for the scheduled May 5th trial date and wanted to ask for more time, but his co-counsel refused to delay, right? And then on top of that, Ricco wasn't even able to speak to Diddy directly, which is kind of weird because he's representing him, right? And then apparently they kept on blocking him from that access, and at that point he decided that he couldn't properly defend Diddy, so, you know, he walked away from the case for that reason. So now Diddy's team is down one high-profile criminal defense attorney at a time when he needs all the legal firepower he can get. And when a lawyer with this much experience walks away from your case, that's never a good sign, okay? Now there are some other rumors, if you will, that the reason why he walked away was because he couldn't deal with the crimes of Diddy. Did Diddy eat people? I've never heard of a lawyer turning that kind of...
Damn. You got somebody that defended a bombing situation that ain't rocking with you. So inadvertently, no, I can't use that word for that. What word I want to use out of my vocabulary? Out of my vocabulary. So, all right, boom. What he's saying is that your crimes is bad as, no, or it's worse than the bombers got. It's worse than the Sean Bell situation. God. It's more than, man, they done bumped heads before. It's more than they just bumped heads. It's more than that. They been, look, he been doing this for a long time. He done bumped heads with people before and didn't quit. Diddy, man, you got some stuff out there, bro. Oh, man. They gonna have these videos and stuff on pay-per-view, man. Somebody gonna, boy. Something's gonna come. Something's happening.
High profile case down. What the hell did that man do? Now that tweet right there had over 300,000 likes on Twitter, so a lot of people are obviously paying attention to the story and they're obviously very confused, okay? Like, how the hell do you walk away from a case that's this high profile? Especially since lawyers are some of the biggest capitalists out there, okay? They want that money. Ain't you trying to get paid? I think this Diddy trial actually has the potential to be one of the biggest trials in entertainment history. And there's a couple reasons why I say that. First of all, this isn't just about one lawsuit or one charge. This is an entire criminal case with serious allegations that could send him away for life. We're talking about accusations of trafficking, violence, intimidation, and abuse. Things that destroy powerful men when the evidence piles up. And if we're talking about powerful men falling from grace, we gotta bring up Jeffrey Epstein. See, Epstein was another billionaire mogul who used his wealth and power to operate in the shadows. He owned mansions, islands, and even a private jet, but behind all the luxury, there were dark...
I knew you was gonna take that Epstein angle. Oh, you just told on yourself.
Darker secrets. Back in the 90s, Epstein set up shop in the US Virgin Islands, a tax haven where he owned not one, but two private islands. One of them, Little St. James, was rumored to be where some of the most disturbing crimes of humanity happened. It was said that Epstein used hidden cameras in his Manhattan mansion to record sex acts involving his wealthy associates, possibly for blackmail purposes. And here is where it gets even wilder. His private flight logs included names like former US President Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and other high-profile celebrities. Now, how does this connect to Diddy? Well, in Diddy's case, some accusers have also claimed that he kept tapes, recordings, and evidence of wild parties, private encounters, and potentially illegal activities. Now, let's be clear, there's no confirmed evidence of this yet, but if something like that ever sees the light of day, if these types of tapes or recordings ever leak, yeah, Diddy might actually be finished for real, along with a lot of his famous friends. Now, there have been a lot of conspiracies about these tapes, people speculating that other celebrities might be on them and that they were secretly recorded or that they contain some wild, incriminating stuff. But let's stick to what actually is confirmed. According to Diddy's legal team, prosecutors do have 9 tapes that were provided to them by victim 1, but these tapes were not seized in the raids on Diddy's properties. Instead, victim 1 had them in their possession and turned them over as part of the government's criminal investigation. Now, here's what Diddy's lawyers are saying. They claim these videos prove his innocence and show fully consenting adults in long-term relationships. The defense wants electronic copies of these tapes, but so far, they can only watch them in.
Y'all, please let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think Diddy has something so egregious on his sheet, his rap sheet, that that lawyer couldn't touch it no more? Or do y'all think it was from them bumping heads, as he would say? What y'all think, man?
In the presence of a government representative and aren't allowed to keep them. And perhaps most importantly, they're flat out denying the conspiracies. They claim that the tapes do not show any secret cameras, orgies, other celebrities, underground tunnels, minors, or anything involving coercion or violence. Now, obviously, that's their side of the story. Whether or not these tapes actually helped Diddy's case or hurt him is something we're gonna find out.
Now, Diddy never came out and apologized before that video. Why has he never apologized for anything before that video? Because he would say that he never been involved in anything, right? So he's saying he's perfect. He never done nothing. So out of all those 30 years, you never done anything?
In due time. But what we know is that these recordings actually do exist, and they're gonna play a role in this trial right here. Now, here's something interesting. Diddy's claiming racism, saying that the feds are only going after
the old race card. Man, look, them white people been treating you lovely. You cannot pull no race card. They been treating you lovely, nigga. And don't forget the liquor people that he sued. He sued them liquor people too. Don't forget.
After him because he's a successful black man. His lawyers are trying to get one charge dismissed, the Mann Act, which accuses him of transporting people for prostitution. Diddy's argument, he says the Mann Act has a racist history and was used to take down Chuck Berry and Jack Johnson, 2 successful black men. His lawyers claim that no white person has ever been prosecuted under this law for hiring male escorts, and that Diddy is being selectively prosecuted. For context, the Mann Act was created in 1910 to stop sex trafficking. Now, does Diddy's argument hold weight? Well, the feds aren't just accusing Diddy of hiring escorts. They're saying it was part of a bigger criminal operation. So this could either be a real legal defense or just Diddy trying to change the narrative. Either way, he's fighting back hard, and this case is getting crazier by the day. Now, something I've been wondering is, will this case actually expose anything, like something bigger in Hollywood? Because there's been a lot of speculation about whether this situation could lead to bigger names being pulled in. Now, let's be clear, this is complete speculation right now. There's no solid proof that Hollywood's elites are connected to Diddy's case. But with all the rumors of secret parties and industry scandals and power abuse, it wouldn't be shocking if this investigation goes deeper than just him, right? And low-key, I think Diddy definitely pissed somebody off, okay? Now, let me be clear, I don't think he's innocent, but at the same time, I don't think this is just about justice suddenly catching up to him. Part of the reason he's in this situation might be because he didn't play by the rules of the people he's doing business with. See, a lot of these powerful people have leverage on each other, okay? That's how that works. It's like an unspoken rule in these circles. You don't step out of line unless you're ready for war. You try to play me for a fool, all that dirt you done did, I got it on wax, okay? And when I need to pull it out, it's gonna be up. That's how that works. And it's not just about money or status. It's about secrets, alliances, and control. When you're in that world, everybody knows something about everybody, okay? And that's why some people, you know, stay protected for decades while others get thrown under the bus the second they stop playing by the rules. For Diddy, he's been, you know, moving janky, you know, for decades, right? And somehow nothing really ever stuck. There has, of course, been whispers, lawsuits, and rumors, but he always managed to like walk around untouched and shit. But now everything is coming down on him all at once. Raids on his properties in multiple states, federal charges with...
Yeah, I think it's because he pissed those people off after suing them. You can't sue no people who just write you the check. Doing the same thing Drake did. Drake is next, I'm telling you. Drake is next. I'm telling you. You sit up here and sue the people that's giving you the money, that's writing you the checks. You had all them parties. Yeah, pop this bottle, pop this bottle. You buying all these cars, and then you're going to turn around and sue the people. Nah, man, that don't work like that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to leave a link in the description about the old diddler. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone, y'all.